Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the ShengShou 5x5. Before I get into the size comparison, I just want to remind you to check out the timestamps at the beginning of the video. On the screen and in the description, you can skip to any part of the review that you would like. After going through a bunch of comments, a lot of people liked having the ability to skip rather than watching the whole video. So from now on, all of my reviews, especially if they're going to be long, are going to have timestamps at the beginning, just like my Diane for Lanhoi review. Check those out. I know I say and ah, and a lot, but I'm not knowing what I'm going to say. It's just a filler, and I do it, and I don't know how to stop. And no matter how planned out I get, it always happens. So check out those timestamps. Skip to any part of the video that you would like. Thanks for watching. Let's go to the size comparison. Currently I have 6 5x5s, and out of all of them, this is my favorite. Start off with a quick size comparison. It's going to be about 6.5 centimeters. This one right here is a Maru, so it's a little bit smaller than that. What most people know is the V cube, and it's a tiny bit smaller than the V cube. I have a ghost hand here, and again, which is the same thing as the V cube, and then a YJ Mini 5x5, which this one's 6, this is maybe 6.5, so a little bit bigger, but it's perfect size. So we can block that screen out. So now that you guys have seen a size comparison, I'd like to show you the turning. This cube is absolutely amazing. It comes perfect out of the box. You don't need to adjust the tensions or anything. It's perfect. You don't need to lube it either. Whatever it comes lubed with is great. I thought about taking it apart and lubing it with Lubix, but I decided against it just because it just turns amazing. So let me show you some of the turning abilities. As you can see, it's sort of a smooth turning style. Perfect for solving. I've had some problems with 5x5s, and like the Maru, this piece will twist, and then you have to pop it out and untwist it. The ghost hand locks up too much, the V cube is too slow, and the Mini YJ is too small. So out of all of them, this one was my best bet. It was one of the cheapest ones too. It was like $10. And you can get it a bunch of places, links in the description. And I think it's amazing, if I haven't said that enough. Let's go on to some corner cutting. Outsides, I have mine still set at factory tensions, so that's not in line to line, but it's a good amount. 2-layer, as you can see, just less than line to line, and then 3 layers. Inside 2-layer cuts. Reverse corner cutting doesn't have that much, but I haven't really needed to reverse corner cut with this puzzle. The thing I like about this is I can build centers really fast, which is one of the things to get faster. Is you build your centers as fast as you can, turn as fast as possible. So the one thing I do like about my V cube is that when you turn it, you can turn it as fast as you want and you won't get a pop. Mine's fairly new. I've had it a while, but Actually, I've probably had it a year. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So I've had it about a year, but it is just now starting to actually get good because I haven't been using it. So this cube lets you be able to turn fast, but not slow down for edges. Because the one thing I don't like about the V cube is when I do edges, it's harder to move my pieces around, and I don't really like that. I ordered the tiled version I think from iCube Mart. I don't know what options are at the other stores, but at iCube Mart you can either get the tiled or stickered. I don't know what the stickered looks like, but these tiles, see, they're a little bit bumpy, but they're really not that bad. I've thought about changing them to CubeSmiths, but these are just stickered so perfectly, and they actually feel really nice that I'm not going to change them for a while until they start to break. Let me compare some colors for you. Okay, so there's your blue and green sides. As you can see, very well, they stand out against each other very well. They won't get confused. Here's the red and orange. They look a little bit similar on the camera, but in real life they aren't. And then the white and yellow, which are obviously not gonna go together. And yeah, if I were you, I would not change the stickers. I like that it has a white side. Some people who use white cubes don't like their cubes to have white stickers. I do. That's why I do not like my ghost hand. It has black stickers. Just for a comparison, you can see, let's pick a different color. See how those are a little bit textured? These are a little bit more textured. As you can see, there's a little bit more grit to the ShengShou, which is on the right. The ghost hand isn't bad. I don't really like those stickers though. These ones I do. I don't know why. Now what you've all been waiting for, the inside. Let's take this apart. And now you can see I have all the pieces separated. And now I'll show you the pieces one at a time. This is the wing edge. As you can see, it is not a V-Cube knockoff. Looks pretty different. There you go. So, there you go. It looks kind of funky. It has these little wing parts right there on the back. Next, we have our edges. As you can see, they kind of have this curved part at the bottom. They look kind of funky, but makes it so that it doesn't pop. These, they have those little cutouts at the bottom. There's a ridge. I don't think I'm going to sand anything, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Here's a corner. If you can see, let's see, there we go. You see that on the edge? There's a little bump. Hopefully you can see that. Right over the edge there's the bump. There's another one right there. There we go. Should not lean over my camera. You can see that. So it's not a... Oh, and then the bottom it looks like kind of like a ShengShou 3x3. Corners are totally different. And then we have our center edges. Rounded at the bottom, wings on the side. There's an indent right there. I don't know what that little does. Whatever, it's not up to not a big deal. And here's your core. Centers and caps look like this. And here are your center caps. Kind of funky looking. Probably seen this type of thing before. And then our centers, you have your screw in there with double rings around the thing. On the bottom, see there's more rings. It's square. These stocks are square, and then go circle close to the core. Core looks kind of just weird. It's like not completely straight and perpendicular. It looks like it goes like that to the next piece. I don't think you can replace the core for anything, but because it just looks so funny. If your core breaks, I don't know what you would want to do. Hopefully it doesn't break. It seems pretty sturdy. I might add some Lubix right there in the core, but I'm not going to lube any of the pieces. But yeah, there's all your pieces. Definitely not a VQ modification. A lot better. I'm going to go ahead and add some Lubix, and I'll get back to you when the puzzle's back together. Okay, while I was assembling, I noticed some of the key factors on why this one does not pop. If you look right there, this edge piece is going to hold the edge pieces from popping out, sort of like the torpedo pieces on a Guhong. It's going to hold the corners in, while if it's in, it can't come out because it's being held in by the wings. Also, if you look right here, this wing piece is being held onto the center core via that little come on, via that wing right there. There we go. That little wing is holding on to the center and making sure that it doesn't pop. Okay, so after lubing it, the core with Lubix, it feels a little bit more sluggish. Once I break in the Lubix, I think it will be a little bit better. I don't recommend lubing it at all with anything. It comes perfect. So now that you guys saw the pieces, you saw me disassemble it. I didn't record me assembling it because I didn't think that would be worth it. Let's talk about pops and lockups. Not that many. If you did see in the assembly, these wings attach to a bunch of different pieces. It attaches this wing, the edges, it just pretty much locks it in there. So popping, see, I can barely even get it in. Popping isn't a problem. I think I've had one pop. The only problem on this cube is that when you can get stuff like that. What was another one? You can get, yeah, like that. There's one that you get that just literally locks up like your whole cube. And then the only way to get it undone is to like pop out this edge, pop out the other edge, fix the center, and then pop it back in. I don't know how to show that because it really doesn't happen that often. It's only when you overturn it and then try to cut a big amount of, maybe it's right there, that might be it, I don't know. But yeah, again, it doesn't really happen that often. Only when you try to overturn it like this, and then you're trying to cut something really big, and it just locks, and it just and you can't get it apart. I had like a single that was going to be like $250, and I got the pop, and I ended up fixing the pop and then solving the rest of the cube, and my time was like 4 minutes. That's the only one disadvantage. Lockups, there really aren't that many, seeing as it cuts so much, and it's just everything, it's accurate turning. I mean, even a hard turn will only put over a little bit. I guess I could double turn it, but I don't know why I'd do that. Other than that, it doesn't really lock up. Everything it just cuts through, which is really nice and different than a lot of other 5x5s, especially this ghost hand, which it just locks up because it overturns, and then these move when the other ones move. This one does not. I'm not even holding the... You can just turn those two layers, and so your other layers don't get turned and caught and make you lock up horrible. Yeah, I just think it's a great cube for speed solving. Also, you'll never get a inside center twist because of the way that the edges have the wings. It won't let that twist, so you don't have to worry about that. This is my new main. I do love the Maru, but that is the one problem I have with it, especially when I try to go really fast, and that's why I like this one a lot more. The speed. If I didn't show you guys this before, really fast. I think, see, that's slower. That's slower. Way slower. Faster. And then this is a broken in V5. Which is obviously the fastest, the one that I have. Quite ridiculous, actually. But overall, the puzzle, the only 5x5 I have that's faster would be this Maru. If you haven't seen my review, go check it out. Great cube, great cube, but it's just not the cube for me. So it's has a nice accurate speed. It's not like you're going to overturn and get messed up. It's more like fast enough to move so that you can go fast, but not too fast that it overturns, not too slow that it underturns, which is very nice and handy. Now, would I recommend this cube to you? Absolutely. If I haven't said it enough, I'm going to say it again. Go get this cube. Again, I'm not sure whether or not what the different options on the different websites are. If you go to iCube Mart, I know you can get stickered and tiled. Get tiled. They feel very nice. They're grippy. They're not like tiled too much that they make your hands sweat. Sort of like I don't like these. This is an F1. They kind of feel the same, except for these are a little bit too grippy for me. But get the tiled version. It's the best one out there. Let's go on to my afterthoughts. Overall, I would say get this. It is worth the best $10 I've paid for pretty much any cube, any big cube that is. And I know a lot of people say they don't like the ShengShou 4x4, and that you might boycott ShengShou because you don't like it. Well, get the 5x5. Anyone from a beginner to a expert would love this cube. I'm not very good. I did get a 240 single on it, which is my PB. I'm averaging like 315 right now, so that just goes to show that I got this cube and my times dropped. I don't know if it's just a combination of practice or whatever, but it really helped. I think that's just about all I have to say about this cube. Links in the description on where you can get this. Check it out. Another review, not as detailed as this, but a Convince's review, great review. She unboxed it, went, wow, this is amazing, and I bought it. I didn't even bother waiting for her review. Now that you've seen the pieces and everything, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, timestamps in the description if you're skipping around. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.